UFC 316 Dvalishvili versus O'Malley 2, underdog of the card. And ladies and gentlemen, there are so many underdogs to choose from. This entire card is basically dog or pass. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. We go over here to fightodds.io to check out what the odds are currently. We're going to refresh the page in case they changed anything. We have some massive favorites on this card. Juliana Pena at plus 550. O'Malley at plus 250. Kelvin Gastelum at plus 300. Vicente Luque plus 240. Lipski at plus 400. Jekka Saraji plus 444. I mean, these are massive underdogs and massive favorites. There aren't even really any close fights except for Sergey Spivak, Waldo Cortez Acosta. That is the closest odds we have on this entire card. The second closest is Patchy Mix and Mario Bautista at minus 180 plus 160. It is insane how many big favorites there are and some good plus money to be had on this UFC pay-per-view. So we're going to go with the bottom of the card. Look there. We're going to look at the top of the card and figure out what is the best underdog on this card. What are the three best underdogs on UFC 316? We're going to start with the top. Sean O'Malley, Merab Dvalishvili. I'll say it right now, that's dog or pass. I'm not going to parlay Merab. If I'm going to do anything at all with that fight, it is a KO TKO prop on Sean O'Malley to get it from plus 250 to plus 260. That's about it. It's a dog or pass. You're not going to be betting Merab Dvalishvili. Is it in my top three? No. There's better dogs, I would say, than Sean O'Malley, but I still think on any given fight card, Sean O'Malley is a good plus money dog on this UFC pay-per-view. Just saying it how it is. So, not my dog of the card, but great value there in the UFC bantamweight division. Juliana Pena is going to be in my top three. She's not going to be number one. She's going to be number three. She is a great underdog on this card, especially if you're able to get plus 500 or better. Plus 500 or better against Kayla Harrison, who, again, we haven't seen her cut to 135 pounds ever. We haven't seen her go 5 rounds in this weight class. Her cardio, cutting all of that weight, all that muscle. We don't know what it's going to be like. She can easily go out there, win these early rounds, and cardio and gas out late, and Pena can TKO her, submit her, like she did with Amanda Nunes. That is a surefire fight that you do not want to put in your parlay in Kayla Harrison. Don't do it. Don't you dare put Kayla Harrison in your parlay. That's a clear and easy underdog to make right there. And again, I might not bet it. I might bet it. I probably will. Put $50, $25 on Juliana Pena to make a little bit over $100. Because the odds are insane. Again, the most I was saying for this fight, 3-1. But they're 8-1. They're 7-1. They're 6-1. It should not be anywhere near that crazy for Kayla Harrison. She's unproven. Hasn't been 5 rounds. Didn't look good in her last fight with Caitlin Vieira. So what are we doing? I think she wins, but those odds are insane. Dog or pass for sure. She is my number 3 underdog of the card. Joe Pyfer, Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin's probably my worst dog of the card. Do not be betting Kelvin Gastelum on this fight card. I think this is literally the worst dog of the entire card. Straight up with you guys. Need I say more? Joe Pyfer is going to go out there and win wherever the fight goes. Striking, wrestling, grappling. He is going to win that fight. I feel very good about Joe Pyfer. He's one of my more confident picks of the card. So no, obviously not. Kelvin Gastelum is not going to be my underdog of the card. Come on, guys. Vicente Luque, no. I feel, again, just like Joe Pyfer, I feel very good about Kevin Holland. Better striker, taller, lengthier, better chin, more power in his hands. Vicente Luque is not going to grapple or wrestle or anything like that. Both of them are pretty even when it comes to the ground game. If it even gets there, I highly doubt it does. I just don't see a path to victory for Vicente. I don't really see a path to victory for Kelvin Gastelum either. So those are two fights I can't really comfortably say those are my underdogs of the cards because, well, I don't feel good about them at all going out there and getting the win. So I feel pretty good that they lose, to be quite honest with you. Mario Bautista, Patchy Mix. This is probably one of the favorites I actually feel pretty good about. Patchy Mix is probably one of the favorites I would consider putting money on. So no, Mario Batista is not going to be in my top 3. He's not going to be one of the dogs of the card here. Feel pretty good about Patchy Mix. Much, much better wrestling and grappling. We've seen Mario struggle. We've seen him struggle when he is fighting another wrestler and grappler type of guy. We have seen him struggle in the past. And now this is the best one he can possibly face. Not liking Mario's chances here. He's got good striking. Patchy's not too bad on the feet either. So, yeah, definitely Mario is not going to be my underdog of the card. And if not, Patchy might be my favorite of the card. One of my favorites of the card. Kevin Holland as well at that minus 220 spot. So, no, not going to be my dog of the card. Josh Van, Bruno Silva. I think Josh Van is my most confident pick of the entire card. Come on, no, he's not going to be my dog of the card. Still, the value is there. Plus 500 is crazy. I'm not going to be betting Josh Van. I'm not going to be parlaying Josh Van on this fight card. But, you know, again, it's another fight where a big favorite becomes an even bigger favorite. Minus 360 seemed perfectly fine. That's right where the odds probably should have been. Another fight with a way too widespread of odds. But is Bruno going to be my dog? No, he's not. Ariane Lipski. That's close. I think Ariane might be number 4. I think Ariane might be number 4 in terms of dogs of the card. Maybe number 5. I'm looking at another one I think would be my number 4. But Ariane's not a bad dog either. Minus 600. If you can get plus 400 on Ariane Lipski here, I'd probably take it. She lost to Jasmine, who's a top 10 girl. Karina Silva, top 10 girl. Before that, beat Casey O'Neill and JJ Aldrich. These are ranked fighters. Beat her by unanimous decision and submitted Casey O'Neill, who's currently ranked as well. If she can do that to them, she could probably do that to Kong Wang. I don't understand why she's that big of a dog. So again, she's a good dog. She's not in my top 3 though. Wildo, no. Again, that's a 50-50 fight. These odds are right where they should be. I'm slightly leaning Sergey. These odds are exactly on point. Right exactly where they should be. So I'm not mad at how they made those odds. Same with Ju Sang Yu, Jekka Saraji. These odds are perfectly fine. I wouldn't have Ju as this big of a favorite. I'm not going to bet Ju, but that's a pass. That's a pass fight. I'm not going to bet on Sergey, Wildo, Ju, or Jekka. These are fights where both sides of the coin not seeing much value. The odds are right around where they should be, but even the slight edge I feel on like a Jekka Saraji, where I'm like, you shouldn't be that big of a dog. I'm still not going to bet him because that's just, I feel like a degenerate betting on Jekka Saraji to go out there and win in 2025. But yeah, again, another fight where the odds are just outrageous. Azam Mirzakana, Brendan Ribeiro. Again, it's a dogger pass. Jekka Saraji, dogger pass. Waldo Cortez Acosta, dogger pass. Ariane Lipski, dogger pass. Bruno Silva, dogger pass. A lot of dogger passes on this card. Again, Brendan is a dogger pass, but he's not the dog of the card. Not the dog of the card. We're about to get to them. These last 3, 2 of them are in my top 3. The other one is number 4. Number 4 is going to be Yanal Ashmuz. I feel very good about dogger passing Yanal. Yanal is my number 4. So far we have Juliana Pena as my number 3. So Juliana Pena, my 3rd best dog. Yanal Ashmuz as my 4th best dog. Plus 400 is insane. For a guy this unproven, had a close fight on the Contender Series, and then beat one of the worst UFC lightweights. And now he's fighting him and he's plus 400. I don't know. That's good plus money right there for Yanal Ashmuz. So my number 4 dog of the card, Yanal Ashmuz. Then we move on to Mark Chewinski. That is my number 1 dog of the card. I barely lean him to go out there and win this fight, but he's plus 200, and I think he wins. He's plus 200, and I think he wins. Barely. Am I confident? No. Do I think 50.1% of the time he probably goes out there and gets the win? Yes. Again, am I confident? No. but he is the best dog of the card because it's plus 200. You're getting double your money back on a fight. I actually think he goes out there and wins. Markwell's cardio really isn't that good. His takedown defense isn't that good. Mark is a better wrestler, better grappler, better cardio, puts on that pressure, good ground and pound, good submission ability. Markwell can win on the feet, but I think Mark mixes in those takedowns very, very well and wins this fight. He is my dog of the card. That is a pick 'em, flip a coin type of fight in the UFC lightweight division. Now, then we got Andreas Gustafsson. That is my number 2 dog of the card. Another fight, I think you flip a coin, it could go either way. I actually have Gustafsson winning that fight, plus 175, not shabby at all for Andreas Gustafsson there. So, number 1 dog of the card, Mark Chawinski. Number 2, Andreas Gustafsson. Number 3, Juliana Pena. Number 4, Yanal Ashmusen. If I want to give a number 5, probably Sean O'Malley. Straight up. Sean O'Malley's got to be in that top 5. So, again, this entire fight card is basically dog or pass, except for, like, Kevin Holland. Except for Kevin Holland, I think everything else, you dog or pass that. Kevin Holland's the only guy I would probably consider betting on as a favorite. Joe Pyfer, also, I might consider betting him as a favorite in a parlay. Other than that, dog or pass, 100%. I bet if you put $50 on all the dogs on this entire card, you probably profit. This is a dog card for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Those are my underdogs of the card. Should be a good one. What do we have? 13 fights here. 2 title fights. Not a great main card. Kelvin and Joe, both unranked. Mario, ranked 10th versus Patchy. Vicente ranked 15th versus unranked. We got some ranked guys. Spivak, Waldo, Azamat, Bruno, Josh. Not a lot of name value. It's just Marab and O'Malley, but it's a good fight card in terms of the fights. I definitely see Ju and Jekka having a fun one. Killen and Yanal having a fun one. Chaos and Gustafsson, Azamat and Brendan. And there's a lot of fun fights. The name value really isn't there on the main card and prelims, but fun. Absolute bangers coming for you at UFC 360. And those are my dogs. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.